All right, guys, what's going on? With a lack of people to play against, and I've got a tournament coming up soon for ADLG, and I barely know how to play. Figured use Tabletop Simulator to get a game in. I've got my Persian army here on this side here with these little Persian-looking flags. 200 points, and Scott had put together a 100 Years' War or War of the Roses. British Army, maybe it's War of the Roses. I don't know if it's Agincourt or whatever. Anyways, he's got an English army there. He went and put that together. These are the dividers here to divide the three corps. He's got his camp there. My dividers are here for the corps. The only thing that I don't have models for are these elephants. Are actually war towers. War towers with bows, mediocre. Everything else is fairly represented with what we've got here. I just threw down a plantation in a hill with a wood here. This is just for me to get the mechanics going. I don't even know if this is, these aren't really deployed or anything. Certainly with Scots or the English army here, he has a lot of. He doesn't have much cavalry. He's got a lot of long bowmen, so it'll be pretty interesting. So I'll deploy. I guess we'll see who deploys first. Since his army's in red and mine are blue-ish. I know you're supposed to use initiative, but I'm just going to shake the dice, and whoever rolls the highest is going to be deploying corps first. Well, this bodes well. I've already rolled a 1. So the English will deploy a corps first. I won't bore you with my decisions in moving this stuff with the physics, but I'll just do the deployment of the first corps. Be right back. All right, the English have deployed this corps here. I actually swapped out. These are the other corps, but they're undeployed. I've put them further forward than the. This actually should be 5 unit depth in. The deployment zone is 5, so let me just fix that real quick. But anyways, yeah, I'm shafting myself out of 1 unit of depth. But my idea is, since this is the only cavalry, that I would put the cavalry on a wing. Spearmen are good for holding a flank against cavalry or against anybody else. He doesn't have any lights in this list, which means he can't take advantage of side deployment, or lights can deploy 7 unit depths or UDs forward. So he doesn't have any of those either. So I'm gonna assume that these stakes can be deployed outside the deployment zone. If not, no big deal. So that's the corps here. Medium cavalry impact, heavy knights. This is the general of the unit. Heavy spears, foot knights, and some archers, longbowmen. They're elite, so that's good. So if you roll 1, 2s, and 3s, you get to move the pip up. The plan is to put this other grouping right next to them to form the rest of the battle line here. These guys, I don't know, will just maybe flank protection, maybe move up, who knows. The thing is, with all these stakes, I don't know if they're going to ever want to move up. But again, he just threw a list together. This is just for the mechanics of it. So this is corps number 1 deployed for the English. Now it's the Persians deploying. All right, Persian corps deployed. I've got, this is 7 unit depths up, so the light horse can deploy within 4 inches of the board edge over here, and up to 7 unit depth up. So I've got the light horse bows. Hopefully exploit this here. We'll see what happens here. And then part of my battle line here is 3 units of Sparabara, so they've got bows in them, and the 2 heavy spear mediocre. Behind that is the tower. My unfortified camp is here, and my competent commander is chilling out back here. So the English now get to deploy. English deployed. I'm using this small little ruler here to differentiate the 2 different corps. Again, not sure I doubt I can move the stakes, so it looks like these guys are just going to sit here. Perhaps the crossbowmen. This should probably be like this. Oops, forgot that there was 2 crossbowmen. And the foot knight. Some hand-to-hand here, so this will probably move up as a battle group to engage some of my stuff up here. So this corps is now deployed onto the Persians. Persian second corps. You'll see that this is a mirror image of this lineup right here, which is 3 more Sparabera, 2 more heavy spear to anchor this flank. The other war tower, and I've got some levy here instead of light horse. The game plan is these guys move up this way, and then we'll, bring this one forward here, so that the war tower has some room here, and then this will connect with this. He's not going to move up, so I just need to basically charge forward. The light infantry, these are light infantry with, it says bows, but whatever. There's slings, bows are the same stats in the game. So their job is going to be to run up and maybe put some wounds on these guys. Who knows what the hell is going to go on. So that's this corps down. Let's go see what the English are going to do about it with their last corps. All right, and here's the last corps for the Persians here. I've got the, well, sorry, this guy's got to be over here. I've got the light horse with bows, close to 4 inches in and within 7 unit depths of my board edge here. And then I've got the camels, and then the 4 medium cavalry with bow and the scythe chariots. The plan for them is to, they move up, they move behind, just to do a big outflank here. If memory serves me correctly, longbowmen are really good against horse, so I want to minimize that. So that is deployment. Again, it would probably, the English would probably be defending, but just for whatever sake, we'll just see who goes first. The English, no, the red is the English, so it looks like, yeah, I'll be going first. I'll be attacking. So let's, we'll do that shortly. All right, I had to look up real quick how to do the command points. So I'll just start with this corps here. Let's move some stuff out of the way. I've got a brilliant commander here, so that's a +2 command points, and it's D6, so +2 and then divided by 2 rounded up. So let's grab our dice here. So 2 + 3 is 5, divided by 2 is 2.5, round up is 3. So I've got 3 command pips, and the commander always has a free one for himself. We'll just grab the black one for himself or any unit that he joins. So what am I going to do here? So Brilliant Commander has a command radius of 8 unit depth. So obviously I'm within range here. Just doing this for now. And plus Light Horse, it's double. So even if these guys were way the hell out here, I wouldn't have to spend an extra pip to have them move around. So it's kind of the advantage of Light Horse. So I'm going to spend 1 pip on these lads. My aim is to later split these up. But right now I'm going to put 1 pip here, 1 pip there. Thought I had 3 pips. I wonder where my other one went. Oh, that's weird. Okay, and Light Horse moves 5 UD. So they are going to move up 5. And they can also do like a 1 UD shuffle, although I don't want that to happen quite yet. And medium cavalry, they move 4, I think. It's 4 inches here. So I don't want to get charged. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to move my full amount, but what I am going to do is, whoops. Jesus. Physics, fail. that's 1 pip spent here. Could have sworn I had 3 whites and 1 black, but oh well. Medium camels and cavalry. Well, they're the same. They go. Just making sure camel don't go a different rate. They go 4 in the open. Same with this. So this I will simply pick up the entire package. Move them up 4, but because I get that 1 inch to the side, I'm going to do a little shimmy like that. Hopefully drag this out from underneath there. So that's this pip here. Again, I'm pretty sure I can do 2 rows, so long as it's not with 6, more than 6, but I'll have to double check the rules later for that. This is why I'm videotaping the entire thing. And then this guy here is going to grab the scythe chariots, and they can go up to here, and again do a little bit of the shimmy. So that right there is the first core. I'll make a copy of this. In fact, I'll make a couple. I did all roll a 6, but there we go. These guys. Oh, haha, that's where it wound up. We'll do the brilliant commander here. So 4 plus 2 is 6, divided by 2 is 3, so 3 plus 1 is this many here. So 3 to give out, 1 to him or himself. Now I think I screwed myself up because this I can move as 1 block, but the elephant breaks up the block, so I'm going to have to spend 1 pip there for sure. 1 pip here for sure. 1 pip here for sure. And then he's going to have to join this row of infantry and move up like that. So light infantry can move 3 in the open, which is great. I don't want them to go too close. And they can shoot. Oh, they're light. They can only shoot 2. So yeah, they're not going to do anything there. So I will move them. There's 3 there. That's that spent. So despite the fact that there is the quick reference sheet, this is the old one actually. So heavy infantry they normally move only 2, but if they're not within 4 inches of any enemy, they can move 3. So obviously there's no enemy within that, so they're gonna also move 2. Now the thing is, do I want them shimmied over at all? I think I might just move. No, these guys, yeah, I need to leave enough room for there, so they have to go straight ahead. So the levy, they're just gonna move up. The war wagon, they can only move 2. If I had an extra pip, I would give it to them, but I can't. So this is gonna be slow as dirt. And then this, they're heavy and medium, but because there's nobody within 4 inches, they can move their full 3 ahead. Oops, shoot. Alright, so they'll move to here. And I estimate that they're gonna shimmy over a bit here. They can do up to one unit depth across. And that's them all together. So that's this command. This is getting a little messy here. Made too many copies. And then this guy here is only competent, so he only gets +1, d6 +1. Might be a mistake. I'm gonna have to change my list a little bit here. So it's 1 + 3 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. So I only get 1, 2, plus the general's pip. 1. So well, 1, 2, and then the general's pip. So that's going to be fairly easy. Competent commanders have a range of 6, which I know I'm within range of these. Oh, and they're light horse anyway, so it's doubled. So yeah. So he has that range there. These lads can go, I believe it was 5, light horse, yeah. Where's the 5? Right here. So they're gonna bum rush up this way here. So that's spent. The general's gonna move this whole block up. I wonder, can I unselect that? Yes, I can. I'm going to move them up and wheel them, and then I'm going to shimmy them over. So that is the plan. Oops. Jesus. There we go. So I go there, and then I can shimmy them up to 1. Like that. I think I'm doing this correctly, hopefully. And then this guy can only move 2. Yeah, I'm wondering why I'm even taking these now. They're so much slower. I guess if people are rushing towards me, that's what I would do. And then my camp obviously doesn't move. So that is, there's nobody within shooting range, so it's 2 inches from there, or 2 unit depth from everything that's over here. The infantry they're shooting is 4 inches. Why did they move so much further? Oh, because these guys wheeled. Yeah. Or no, I think I just turned them and I didn't move them up. Yeah. Oh, well, whatever. No big deal. So that is the end of turn 1 for the Persians. There's no more shooting, there's no victory points. So we'll go to the English. All right, I was hoping to find the English list with what ratings these guys are. I want to say that they're competent. So they're not going to be doing that much movement anyways. We're just going to assume that they're competent. We'll start with this core here first. So competent is D6 plus 1. Well, that's kind of BS there. That was more BS. There, 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, so that's 2.5. Rounded up is 3. And then 3 plus the general is this many pips. So these guys are behind the stakes, so we're not going to move them too much. I would imagine that the spearmen would... They're going to have to face all of this. I don't know what I would do here. I would wheel these guys... Oops. I'll just move just him. Move them like so. And move up. Where's the 4? That is 7 million 4s. Where are they? There we go. And because you can pre-measure. Whoops. Other way. You can kind of guess that you want to be. Oops. Shit. Roughly. You don't want to be within 2 so they can shoot at you. But you want to be within 4 just to threaten. And I would imagine that he... So that's 1 pip spent here. This would actually be the general's pip. This one here. We're going to move him up, wheel, and then shimmy. So it's going to be, again, they can move 2 normally. And then you can do the shimmy of up to 1. I can turn him roughly like that. Long bowman. No, these are all waiting for the horse. I should probably leave these stakes, to be honest. These guys aren't going to charge the front. Yeah, the chariots are over there too. But I think maybe we can wait one more turn. And then the foot knight, he needs to be over here to deal with that. So that'll be this core done. Let's go to the middle core here. This being the border between these two cores here. Where's the general? Right there. Throw some dice. 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. 3 plus 1. So this again. Generals. Yeah, there's not much going on here. Although, they can move 2 and shoot 4. So which means if I grab a 6, they can move forward 2 to be just in range to shoot at them. So maybe we'll do that just for shits. I'll move up like so. Crossbowman, crossbowman. So that'll be them. They'll do nothing. Yeah, there's kind of a waste here. These pips. And then finally this unit over this small. No matter what he does, they're going to go around him, but maybe that he can delay them. Let's see how many pips they get. Well, 1 plus 1 is 2, divided by 2 is 1, plus the general's pip, so it's always going to be a minimum of this. He's going to move up, shimmy, and then rotate. So up, shimmy, and then wheel. We just want to protect. We don't want them hitting right there. That's what we don't want. So that's all of our movement. Shooting. Let's do shooting. So again, I'm gonna have to look all this up. So right now, it's gonna be. So this is confusing. The way it works is, you would think that this would shoot here, this would shoot here, but technically the way this is you have to shoot at the closest and the one that's more in front than the other. So if we just use these as kind of like blinders, we can see that this one is more in front than this one. And you can't, both of these can't roll dice towards this, but what can happen is one shoots at this and the other supports. So we're just going to roll the dice and I'm going to look up the factors. Blue again being Persians, red being English. We'll just roll the dice and read off what they've got. Okay, so crossbowman, shooting. Where's the chart for shooting? The side of this thing here. Okay, light infantry or light horse shooting? No. Targeting cover? No. Shooters disordered? No. Shooter from cover? No. I'm not shooting at mounted. I have a supporting unit. So +1. So right now I've got these elite? No. So right now I've got this +1 so far. Crossbows shooting. They don't get armor, and the protection is always 1 no matter what. I don't think my light infantry have any protection, but you never know. They might have it for. No, they have protection of 1, so it's fine. So now for shooting, so I'm at 4 plus 1 is 5. These guys rolled a 3. Shooter's disordered, shooter from. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it goes through. So I take a wound on this one here. Light infantry had 2 cohesion, which means these guys take a wound. Now they will fire back. So this one is going to shoot here. This one's going to shoot there. So this one on this one is going to be same business. Although I'm minus... no, I don't shoot back because I'm light infantry, so my range is only 2. Their range is 4. So that's actually... Okay, I see how this is going to work. So I've taken a wound there from shooting. What happened here? It flipped over. There we go. So there we go. The English score first blood. Let's go to turn 2. All right, Persian turn 2. Let's start from right, going left. So let's see how many command points this commander gets. 4 is the competent one, so 4 plus 1 is 5. Down to 2.5, rounded up is 3. So 3 plus the commander himself is 4 total. So just double checking here that I still got range to the light horse, which I do. And again, it's double this, but it's still good to just kind of get in the habit. So I'm definitely going to spend 1 token here. Definitely spend 1 token here. Don't need the spare token to rally off anything, so maybe I'll put 2 into him. Let's move this guy up here first. So let's zoom in, move over here. They can go 5. And light horse can shoot 360. And now that I'm within 4, he can only move 2. So I'm actually fairly safe. I can kind of kite them around, although I'm pretty sure my bullets aren't going to do anything to them. What we can do is just make sure of this. So they're going to move forward. Oh, I've got to be within 2 as well, don't I? Yeah. I'll move up, shimmy, wheel, and go the rest of the way to here, and it should be okay. Okay, so I need the 5, so we can move this far. So where are they going to go? 1. Do the free move over here. That'll give me enough room to swing this around. So now I'll swing this around. I hate the way it does this. A little bit less. There we go. So it's 1, we'll say 1.5, which means I have 3.5 left. Which puts them to 3.5 is roughly there. And I'm still within 2, so I can shoot. Wonderful. This pip spent. Again, filming this entire thing so that later on I can go back and see what rules I jacked up. I don't know. I might want to move these guys twice. So the war tower for sure. We'll move forward its mighty 2 inches. No, I'll move this first, and then this will give room for that to go this way. All right, so they are going to move forward there 3. And they're going to shimmy closer to this, in fact. So, let's see if I do this properly. Move up 3. I can do the slide about there. No! Don't know what happened there, everybody. Sorry. I right-clicked. That was very bad. I'm going to spend the second pip on them so I can move them again. So you can only move the second or subsequent times if there's nobody within 4 that's enemy. So right now I'm okay to do so. Well, I don't want to be within 4 of him. So what I want to do is I want to move them up just shy of this, so that if he wants to shoot at me, he has to move up and then shoot, losing his stakes. And next turn I can just move up like 1 inch and then shoot him. So that's the idea behind this double maneuver here. And he's going to move his 2 like I mentioned and do his 1 inch shimmy. Should give him some room up here down the road. So that is this core here. Let's roll down here. What to do? Well, it doesn't matter what I gotta do. I want to roll first, see how many pips I get on this brilliant guy. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 is 3.5, which is 4. 4 plus 1 is, well, 4 plus the generals is this. Okay, well, the generals probably want to remove this wound. So I can be in range of shooting that. It will be, yeah. Oops. Didn't mean that to happen there. So stupidly, I gotta do this, this, this. He's gonna go here and remove that. That they're gonna move up, I think. Yeah, alright. So they can go forward 3. Oops. Up to 3, and I want to leave room for the. Well, now this is the, yeah, this is to there. So I'm just out of range, which is good. Just take that out of there. Do I have to move this group up first? Yeah. So I'm going to spend this pip here to move the 2 of them. Where's the 2? There. So if I want to shoot, I want to be within this range here. That's well within their 3 inches, so that's good. So these lads are going to go there. So that's this pip. He's going to join here to rally that off. This, I want to move up 3 and shimmy over. I won't even be able to make the 3, but I can shimmy up to 1 unit base over, so we'll be here for now. Yeah, these war towers are slow, but that's fine. Nice and beefy. Move this out of the way here. This. I'm just going to pause the turn. I got to look up how this works here. I'll be right back. All right, I found it here. Rallying. It's 3+ if I'm more than 4 unit depths away, which I'm not. It's 4+ if the unit is 4D or less of an enemy, and I only have 1 command point lost. So yes, it's 4+. And then it's +1 if the commander is included in or attached to the unit. So it's 4+ and down to 3 up. So I'm going to roll this, hope for a 3 up. And I do, so I remove this, which is good because I didn't want to be at -1 for shooting. So that's important for there. So these guys are now done. Wonderful. Over yonder. Just to be jerks, I'm going to move up my 2, shoot. Oh yeah, so hang on. Before I do anything. Commander. Rolled a 1. So he's brilliant, so it's 3. That's 1.5, which rounds up to 1.5. Rounded up is 2. Plus the general's pip, which is there. Leave these over here for the British. So this isn't as good as I had hoped. This would be a big fat unit. The chariot's gonna have to sit in the back, I guess. Oh no, I can do this, he'll do there, and he'll do here. Okay. So I want, my aim here is to move up within 2, shoot, and still be in a position, because they're a light horse, when he goes to charge, I'll be able to evade. Now I think if I move to here, and then I evade, I'll go straight off the back edge, which is not good. So what I want to do actually, because these things have 365, they have 365 degree shooting, is I want to get close, shimmy over, and wheel. And I've got 5 movement to do so, so I'm sure that I've got it. Is this a 5? No. 5's down here. There we go. Yeah, I for sure have the movement. Alright. So they're going to move up to be within 2. Then they're going to do their 1 unit depth shimmy. And then they're going to wheel. Like this, that way. Hopefully if they charge, I'll have to check the rules. Hopefully if they charge, they go straight back. They don't run into this. Nothing bad happens. Again, who the hell knows? Okay. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to take this. Okay. These guys will just move up and turn. So they're going to move their 2 and then wheel to there. So that's what they're going to do. 1, 2, do a bit of a shimmy over here, and give them room to do this, which is annoying, but it's more like this. Alright, so far so good. And then similarly, that's this pip spent. Similar, they're just going to move right up against here, since we know that's 3 from before. In fact, they can, whoops, they can do a side shimmy like this, and like that. So there's the movement. Let's do shooting. So we'll start again right to left. Foot Knight Elite General. It'll be a miracle if I can do a wound here, but let's just see. Let's see how bad this is. Okay. Shooters. Okay, light horse shooting. All right, we'll just roll the dice. Oops. That's weird. Oops. Come on. That was a 6 and a 5. Whoops. I don't know how I make this an actual 6. Can I? Yes, I can. Good. They've taken into consideration the fact that stuff gets knocked over. All right, so I got our 6 here. They're not mediocre, so I don't have to pip this down to a 5. I am -1 because I'm light horse. Let's do red for -1s. So I'm -1 because I'm light horse. Do I have anything else? Targets not uncovered. I'm not disordered. Not versus I'm not versus mounted. Each supporting unit. So one of these is shooting, the other one is supporting. So the supporting unit will take that away, leaving me with 6. Now, Foot Knights. The hell is... Here's where we get into protection. I have no idea what the protection does here. Protection modifiers. -1 to protection? No. Pavis, +1 to protect. I'll have to look up what actual protection does. But yeah, they rolled a 5. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up what protection does because they foot knights do have a protection of value of 3, which I want to say I have to beat him by 3 to get through it, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. Be right back. Yep, the target adds its protection, so the English knights are sitting at 8 versus my 6, so they withstand the shot. That's perfect. Now that I know how futile that was, I'm only in range of their stakes. I screwed that up. This can shoot at this unit here. Oops. So this is the only unit that can shoot here. This would seem to me to be, this would be the same as before, I would believe, where this has to shoot here, this is supporting, and this is shooting at the, again, foot knights that are elite. I'd much rather these be shimmied over so that this is closer, but what can you do? So we'll do my guys versus the foot knights. All right, so split that off. So we know that he is sitting at +3. So he's at 7 already from just sitting there. Me, I don't get any pluses because I'm not shooting bows into knights, so I already know. In fact, he's elite, so this actually goes up to 4. So now he's at 7. Yeah, because they're elite. So he withstands this shot here. Here, I'm getting a +1 already because of the help there. Right. So these 2 against this guy here. His crossbow. Roll some dice. Knock down my models. So I rolled a 5. So this would be -1 because I'm light infantry, which and then +1 because of the support. So this is just a natural 5. He's just got a natural 3. Crossbowman. I'm gonna guess that they have a protection of only 1. I think they'd have 2 if they had pavises. Crossbow. No, protection of 0. So unlike melee, where you just take the number, in shooting you can only take 1 per. So this unit here takes 1 pip, thanks to the help there. He can't shoot back. These guys can't shoot back. This can't shoot back, but these crossbowmen certainly can shoot back. Obviously, the English player would want to shoot with this and have this be the support, not the other way around, because then you wouldn't incur this penalty here. So red is going to shoot with a +1. I am going to defend with just a natural. So let's, again, I'm probably screwing this up, but whatever. I'm just shooting the dice, see what happens. So he's got +1, so it's 3. I'm light infantry. I can't remember if they get protection for being light. They do. I get protection of 1 for being dispersed. So he gets to be 3, and I'm also 3. So that actually does not do a wound. Any of these knuckleheads in range? Probably not. Maybe this one. Let's flip this over. He's in range, just. Now what we've got to make sure is that can each of the corners of my base see part of his. So this corner, obviously, this corner is as well. So this unit can shoot here. And I'm going to be supported by this unit here. This is blocked here. So I think I'm getting a, yeah, so I'm going to get a +1 here. And he's just defending. So let's go Sparabara. Oof. Well, we already know that's luckily for the English. It can only take 1 wound from that. So it's good. Not in range, not in range. These are levy, but he might have range on me, actually. He does. Shoot. I think I got a bit too close. Let's get nice and close here. Measure out the lasers. That's just out, I think. Well, I think there's a bit of perspective issue here. I'd say that's close enough. So let's just do it. But no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to turn the entire table. There we go. All right. Oh wait, that's a unit of foot knights. LOL. Longbow elite. Yeah, we'll do the longbow elite into here. All right. So the longbows, they're not shooting into horse, so they don't get a +1. Let's see what else longbow gets. Notice something they get. Let's look. -1 to protection. Oh, that's kick-ass. Against all except artillery. Oh, cool. So I don't even know if the levy have protection. They might. They do, so this would negate the protection. Wow. Nice. All right, well, there we go. So 2 to 5. That's not going to beat me, but still, that's a shot there. These are out of range for sure. Last but not least, I've got my token 2 shots into. So as much as I'd like to split my shots, this has to be with the closest threatening enemy, and this has to go there. So which means I'm shooting once with a support here. So this would actually negate my -1 for being a light horse. So medium cavalry, I just got to see if they've got anything crazy for the defense here. Medium cavalry have a protection of 0. Wow. All right, well. Oops. Sorry about that. All right, let's dice off. Oof. Well, that's definitely a wound on them. Well, so far so good. Wounding the English with arrows. This is how turn 2 for the Persians will end. Let's go onwards to the English. All right, let's do turn 2 for the English. We'll do this core right here. I think I know what I'm going to do here, but it's pretty dicey. That disappeared somehow. All right. Let's do this. 4. So 4 plus 1 is 5, which is 2.5, which is 3. So that's all this plus this. So my grand plan. Spend a pip on this. Wheel. Like that. So my plan here is I wish I could charge. I don't think I have enough to charge, but I think I do have enough to get within its zone of control to prevent it from running away. So I think that's my course of action here. Come on. And I move my 1. Then I'm in range. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split one of these guys off. So he's going to do a turn, like a straight one of these turns. I could probably just sit here and shoot from here, right? And they shoot 4, I believe. this is all he has to do here. Yeah, these other pips are wasted. I think that's my best move there. So here's where Scott's English army not having any mobile commanders means he can only, I'm going to assume this is one big unit. Maybe he can only take the one that's next to him, which is fine. But these are crossbowmen. I want to get rid of these guys here. I don't have a choice. So these guys are skirmishing up front, preventing me from shooting at the better units down here. I gotta roll for this commander anyway, so let's just do that. 2. 2 plus 1 is 3, which is 1.5, which is up to 2 plus the generals. So that's not ideal. Just shove these over here for now. These guys I don't want to move. I want to keep the stakes there. These guys I also probably don't want to move. We're just going to shoot here. So I'm going to try and rally this one off here. So again, it's on a 4 up because there's enemy within 4 units, but it's 3 up because I'm attached to the unit. So we'll get rid of this on a 3 up. Spending that there. Jesus. That's off the table. It's got to stay on the table. There we go. So get rid of this pip here. I'm pretty sure he can only rally off once per turn, but I'm going to hit pause because if he can, I'm going to try and rally off this one with his other pip. One moment. All right, I'm back, and there's some good news. Each unit can only have 1 rally attempt per turn, and the general can only influence 1 of them. So the general gave the +1 to here. So here, instead of the 3 up, I'm just going to be on a 4 up to try and rally him using this pip here. Come on, baby. Very nice. The English don't care, so that's very good. That's for moving, and then these guys are obviously just going to shoot, and then moving these lads over here. Well, let's see how many pips I get here. 4 plus 1 is 5, which goes down to 2.5. Rounded up as 3 plus the generals. Okay. Well, I'm going to charge here, so definitely going to declare the charge. I'm pretty sure the light horse have to evade, so I'm going to have to look up how that all works. But yeah, I'm going to declare the charge here, be right back, figure out how that works. All right, so what ends up happening is if I get charged here, this unit here has to turn away from. So if I was being charged in the flank, I'd do a quarter turn, but because I'm being charged in the front, I do a half turn. Now, in French, it's translated from French, so a half turn is actually a 180. So I was correct to wheel like this because otherwise I'd be going off the board. So right now, both these units do a 180 like this. And then, now here's what I didn't think is that these guys roll a d6. They can go their distance -1 or their distance or +1. And here's where me being close to this might hurt. These guys also go their charge distance -1, +1. So if I roll -1 here and they roll +1 here, they'll probably catch and kill them. Also, it's good that there's no obstacles in the way, or enemy units, obviously, because then they'd be dead. So, the evade move. We roll a d6. So the English are going to move normal distance +1. So they're moving 4. Uh-oh. Well, my guys move 5. So I think unless I roll a 1 or a 2, I think I'll be okay. Oof. So it's a 3, which means they move their normal move distance. Now, I think what also happens here, though, is because I can't land on my troops, I have to keep going until I get to the end. Which means they are actually way the hell over here. So not ideal. And they moved forward. I don't know if this causes panic. I don't think so because they're lights, but I'll have to check that. So that's this pip right here for the unit. He's going to try and rally off this using this. No, I declared a charge. I can't rally off, I don't think. Well, if I can, I'll do it. I'll have to check. That I'll have to look up. These lads here will just move up a little bit here to the 2 and then shimmy sideways. So they're going to be there. These guys here are going to do nothing. So that's the end of my moves. I'm just going to pause and double check with the ramifications of this here and whether or not this can occur. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So it appears that there's no ramifications from here. However, these guys here, because they're not impetuous, I don't have to move them the entire 4. I can move them. They have to go 2 at least. So that's way better because I'm going to be outside of 2 inches from this horse bows, which means they'd have to move up to shoot. So that's better for me there. All right. Speaking of shooting, wow, Jesus. The physics is really strange here. So speaking of shooting, let's just do the shooting. These guys don't have any shooting. I know, I've got like 17 of these 4 UD ones. Here it is here. Okay. Out of range. We determined that this was in range before. So this will take this shot here. They are elite. I don't need to roll the elite because I rolled a 6. So I'm not +1 against anything, but I do remove his protection. And normally it would have been the protection would have actually made it to 6. So these guys being longbow actually cost him this wound that's right here. All right. These guys return fire. And because shooting happens like right now, see if I had been close, they would have been able to shoot. So I'm glad I didn't go move the full amount. All right. So since there's been no movement in between them since the last time these guys moved, so this is going to be the same deal here. He's going to shoot here, and he's going to support him. They're not elite. My immortals are elite. So let's do this here. Well, that's certainly going to be a wound here because that's 5 plus 1 is 6. 1, even if they had protection, it still would go through. So this plinks him here. He has to shoot here. And he has to shoot here with, no, that's just, yeah. So he's got to shoot here. Actually, and it's with support here because they're still, yeah, they haven't moved. So now again, it's going to be this guy shooting with this guy's support. That way you don't incur this for being the main shooter. So let's do that. Come on now. So I get a +1 because of the support. And they get nothing. So actually that proves to be the difference there. So there's a wound on that guy. These guys get to shoot back. So again, because he took the wound, he'll be the shooter, he'll be the support, which will negate the -1 for the light infantry penalty. Actually, is this within 2? Yeah, I had moved in, so it's just within 2. That's right. Sorry, just remembering here. Oof. That gets through. That causes a wound. Because of the support. Wow. Book. Another wound here. That's foot knights. They're going to do nothing. This. Jesus. It's their turn first. No, we had made sure that we were out of 4 inches here. And so, yeah, so that's all the English shooting. There's some return fire from the Persians. I do believe they're in range too. So these 2 are going to shoot at the foot knights. Again, the foot knights get +3 because they're protection. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, that's not going to work because that's now an 8. So yeah, so this does nothing here. The 2 light horse bows are going to... Oh, sorry. The English do have shooting here. I did move my longbow elites to here. And the cool part is I'm now shooting at cavalry, so I get a +1. So, I want the elites to roll high here. Whoops. Oh, that sucks. It was about there. Well, I've got a 6 +1, so it's 7. Light horse, there's nothing back, so it's definitely a wound. Blink. I do believe that is everything. So this is how turn 2 ends. All right, Persian turn 3. So I looked up the zone of control nonsense here. And if I'm reading it correctly, the only moves that, because I'm within 1 inch of being charged by them, by the front of this unit, they can't just freely willy-nilly go around here, which is what I wanted to do. So actually this is pretty good. I can either turn to face and shoot. I can turn away. Units that can evade can turn away right now and then move away. Don't know if I want to evade from here because I will probably go off the table. But I mean, I don't really have a choice now. I can't move out of it in this direction here. I may as well just turn to face and just take it, I think. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, but it appears that this is how you got to do it. I mean, maybe I could threaten them enough with these troops here, but yeah, it appears that this is... Oh. I should probably roll for this core to see. Well, I'm spending 1 pip over here for sure. On that. Alright. Whoops, that's red. We don't want to do red. 4 +1 is 5, which is 2.5. Which rises up to 3. 3 plus the generals. Yeah. 3 plus the general. So I've already spent that one. I guess I can maybe rally that off, but it'll be at -1, so it'll be 5 up. Not melee yet, so now's the time to do it. Yeah, stick with the plan. My plan was to then move these guys up and then start shooting here, although Jesus, having to shoot this general really sucks. But yeah, I don't really get a choice. This pip will be to move this guy up. Let's just do this. Move this guy up here first. Oops. This. There we go. That's that pip spent. The lads can move 3. I don't want to get charged. So I want to stay there. In fact, if they charge the light infantry, let's go right up against it so that at least they get some support. That makes the most sense. So that's this. And this pip here, I'm going to try to rally off this wound here, and it's only on a 5 up because I'm far away. Negative, so that did not pan out. For that core, alright. Next, this middle core here. Come on. 5 plus 2 is 7, 3.5, and up to 4. Plus the general's pip. Alright. What do I want to do with these lights? I want the lights to harass, to basically block the general. I mean, they're light troops, that's what they do, right? So I'll be spending 1 pip on these lads. Should I move them up? Yeah. Had a bit of a memory issue there. Ran out of memory. Had to delete some things, and onwards we go. I did move the rest of the center core and the left core. Moved up, extended, angled, moved up. Because I was going into here, instead of moving the 4, I can only move the 3. But really I did 2, and then wheeled, and everything else moved up. So I'm just going to do the shooting real quick. There's no combat yet, so we'll do shooting again. We'll go right to left. As usual, we'll be going, we'll pick this guy to shoot. This guy will be the support. That way this doesn't matter here. So this will negate the light horse penalty, but he gets +3 for being protected. So I need the old 6-1 here. Let's see what we get. Yeah, not enough. He's at 9, so that doesn't pan out here. Let's quickly do the shooting over here. Alright, so my levy, or my heavy mediocre spear don't do anything. This will be a 1-on-1. This will be a 1-on-1, but with a support. So we'll just do this right here. Yes, that definitely gets through. And then on this one here, I get +1. Blue gets +1. So that'll just tie. Bows don't get any extra for there. Unfortunately, this is a light bow shooting at Foot Knight Elite, so I basically need... I'm at a -1, he's at a +3, so I need a 6-1 here. That's not a 6-1, so this doesn't hit. This is just at a -1 because he is, or I'm light horse, or light infantry rather. So that will not go through. This I get a +1. Yeah, actually I want to put the second one, so he's going to support this shooting. And not so much there, so he's going to support here. So I'm going to get a +1 here. And then this is going to be a one-on-one here. Shooting him. Nothing. None of this is shooting. So the rest of my shooting here is these are all medium bows, but they're on horse, so they're only a range of 2. So it's going to be a one-on-one with a +1 here, a one-on-one, and then a one-on-one here. So I'm just going to steal the dice over yonder. All right, so over here, this, oh, that's right, they're not light anymore. Sorry, my previous game, my cavalry were light and they were mediocre, but they're no longer. 4, 3, so this is actually a 5. Shooting at medium cavalry, which I think I have protection 1. And they do not, so this just straight goes through. Grab one of these. I have a feeling I'm going to need a few more here. Don't know why I just did that. 2 wounds is one of these. Actually, what's the cohesion of medium cav? I think it's 3. Medium cavalry, yeah, it is 3, so they can take 1 more. This here is just a one-on-one. It's a 6-1, so that definitely goes through. And then here's a one-on-one. I get a -1 because I'm shooting out of this. For some reason, I'm penalized. Whatever. That will not go through because he's heavy spearman with armor. So I think the armor is going to give him the... yeah. The armor gives him the +1. So that's just going to be a tie, so that's nothing. So now he gets to shoot back. So this unit here gets to shoot at me. So this is just a straight up. No, he gets a +1 because he's English is shooting at cavalry. So +1 is 5. Yeah, so that's tied. Nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna get a one-on-one here. He's gonna get a one-on-one there. So we'll just do this one here. This one here is at a -1 because he's Jesus. I want to get rid of that. There we go. He's disordered. In this game, disordered is just you have any wound, doesn't matter. It's not cumulative. So he's at a -1. Thought longbow got pluses to other stuff too. Longbow, sorry. What the hell is the weapons for this stuff? Shooting ranges. Shooting. Oh, it's -1 to protection for everybody. And I'm medium infantry, so I don't think I get any. I do have protection, so it negates my protection. Oof. So I would have gotten a +1, which is negated, but this wound causes it. And it's a tie. This is just a one-on-one here for this one here. That's definitely a wound on me. Crossbowman. So he's going to be a -1 because he's disordered hitting here. Doesn't go through. This one here, same thing, -1. Forget what crossbows give you though. Crossbows. Protection is 1 for everything, and they except for elephants and war wagons, and you don't add armor. Yeah, he still smashed me here, so that's definitely wound here. Where were we? Did this. Yeah, it's this one here. longbow elites. So it's going to be a one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one. So let's do this real quick. So he's elite. So he gets, if he rolls a 1, 2, or 3 like this actually now just straight becomes a 4. No, not for both. God damn it. That was a 3. So that actually gets through. For this one right here. I will defend that, and then this one here. And my protection is 1 because they're longbows. And actually this goes to 3. Just this one. Because he's elite. So yes, that gets through. There. Longbowman, I think these guys are out. Yeah, they're out. And none of these guys have any shooting, so thus ends the Persian turn 3. I think I'll end it here because I'm going to have to save this video and then clear everything and then do the second half. I know it's been real long, but I'm going through every rule just so I can go look back. So hopefully you guys stick around for part 2, which I should, I'll post right after this. It'll be together. Anyways, ciao.